Welcome back, Truth Seeker. September 20th, 2018. Thursday is already here. Thursday night football. Get underway in about 6 hours. Already put out the video for the Thursday night pick. Just as a reminder, I expect the Browns to end the drought. Like I've said, I would never bet on a Browns game because even when things line up for them, they still don't win. But this drought's been going on for a really long time, and today's a good day for it to end for two main reasons. It's Jim Brown's 216th day of his age. Cleveland's the 216 area code. The Browns haven't done anything since Jim Brown won them the Super Bowl. And the other thing is the Browns are now at 487 losses all time as a franchise. 487 is the 93rd prime number. Drought equals 93. Drought also equals 39 and 33. New York equals 39 and 33 in those same ciphers. They're facing the Jets, two franchises the NFL loves to punk. We'll see what happens tonight. Browns are always a dangerous pick, but if there was ever a night for them to do it, a lot makes sense tonight. People who've commented said maybe they'll break it 666 days after their last win instead of today on Jim Brown's 216th day. That's still weeks away. If the Browns do lose tonight, that might be the riddle, though. If the Browns do not win tonight, they might win 666 days after their last win. 6 times 6 times 6, 216. So that said, let's go through the morning games. I think home teams are going to do really well this week. And after I made all my picks, I observed that the majority of the teams I picked were at home. And I was thinking, wow, I've never picked so many home teams before. And so I started thinking about that more. Remember, home has Gematria 41. 41 is the 13th prime. When you write out 13, it sums to 99. Here we are in the 99th NFL season, and these Sunday games are on the day leaving 99 days left in the year. Carson Wentz is coming back a span of 99 days from his birthday. All script. But let's start here with Saints Falcons. The over-under's at 53. It's the Falcons' 53rd season. Atlanta's a 3-point favorite. This will be the 98th regular season game between the Saints and Falcons and the 99th all-time on the day leaving 99 days left in the year and the Falcons hosting the Super Bowl to conclude the 99th NFL season. In Gematria, Drew Brees equals 99. Number 9 he wears, Drew Brees, Mr. 99. We are watching that riddle with the Battle of New Orleans, which has the Gematria of 99. Saints off to a pretty disappointing start. They're 1-1. They got beat in a game they were supposed to win. They barely beat the Browns, thanks to a missed extra point. Anyway, the Falcons lead the regular season 51-46 and the playoffs 1-0. In other words, the Falcons can pick up their 53rd win all time, where we got the OU at 53. Again, this is their 53rd season, and in the building that will host Super Bowl 53. They can also pick up their 52nd regular season win on the most appropriate day of the year, September 23rd's 23/9, like 239, the 52nd prime. Atlanta Falcons has the Gematria of 239, the only team in the NFL that does. I do like the Falcons because of that riddle. Even more, QB comparison. This will be Drew Brees' 264th game, going for his 151st win or 114th loss. On the road, he will pick up his 67th win or his 68th loss. I expect him to even his record at 66-66 with a loss. Did I just say 68th a minute ago? I meant his 66th loss. I'm going to make the print bigger. This will be Brees' 26th game against the Falcons. He is 16-9. 53, the 16th prime number. Again, that over-under's at 53. Makes sense for him to stay at 16 wins, 53, the 16th prime. For Matt Ryan, this will be his 171st game, going for his 101st win or 71st loss. At home, he will pick up his 58th win or 29th loss. Drew and Ryan, both names Gematria 58. Drew Brees, Matt Ryan. This will be Ryan's 20th game against the Saints. He is 8-11, and with a win, he will be 9-11. Falcons equals 119. Dan Quinn, his birthday is September 11th, the coach of the Falcons. This game comes 251 days after Brees' 39th birthday, span of 252 days. Comes 129 days, span of 130 days after Matt Ryan's birthday. This will be Dan Quinn's 51st game. He took his team to the Super Bowl in the Falcons' 51st season, Super Bowl 51. That season also began on September 11th, or at least the first Sunday games were. He can pick up his 31st win or his 21st loss. This will be Sean Payton's 179th game, the 41st prime. He can pick up his 107th win or his 73rd loss. Dan Quinn equals 41. Dan Quinn, I believe, will have his number on this game. This game comes 97 days before Sean Payton's birthday, span of 98 days. New Orleans Saints 98. This game comes 12 days after Dan Quinn's birthday, or a span of 13 days. 31st win on his 13th day of his age? I think so. Next game, 49ers Chiefs. This rookie quarterback for the Chiefs. Remember, this week is the Alex Smith Bowl. We got his two old teams playing each other, the 49ers versus Chiefs, and then the Redskins and Packers are playing each other. Aaron Rodgers plays for the Packers. Smith selected over Aaron Rodgers because of Mike McCarthy, who was the OC in the 49ers before becoming the head coach in the Packers in the next year, taking over Aaron Rodgers' career. It was Mike McCarthy that supposedly wanted Smith over Rodgers. Rodgers was the hometown kid playing at Cal. Smith was playing down at Utah. They used to be the Utah Redskins back until the early 70s. Anyway, this rookie quarterback for the Chiefs, who has a riddle with Alex Smith, he was the 10th overall pick. He's now set this record, 10 touchdown passes in his first two games. No QB's ever done it. He likes his receiver number 10. His receiver who wears the number 10, his name is Tyreek Evans, which equals 55, which is the 10th triangular number, also the 10th Fibonacci number. So anyway, the 49ers and Chiefs have played 12 times. This will be the 13th meeting. You write out 13, 99. Good day to play it. The 49ers lead 7-5. With a loss, they will become 7-6. San Francisco equals 76. Jimmy Garoppolo, 67. Kansas City, 67. From their perspective, their record could be 6-7. So just right there, those riddles are typically strong. That makes me really like Kansas City. Also, there's a riddle going on with okay, I already just told you about that. There's also another riddle here with the 49ers Chiefs, New England Patriots, and Tom Brady. Remember, Matt Polian went from the Patriots to the Chiefs, and then they brought over Matt Castle. Some big circle here. Tom Brady from the Bay Area. This will be Jimmy G's 10th game for another 10 versus the number 10 pick, again, who set the record with 10 touchdowns through his first two games. 49ers have the Gematria 55. And I have to teach you guys something right now. For those of you using the Gematria calculator, I don't know why Derek did this. I want you to see what happens when we type in 49ers. This is the way true Gematria is supposed to be. The numbers aren't supposed to count. But if you do count the numbers, which is another way to do it. So you see, when I type in 49ers, it shouldn't come up that way. So you have to go to options and turn off the number counting. 49ers should come up this way. It's like adding the numbers from the word. Because see, it doesn't matter now that the 49's not there. But if you do add the 4 plus the 9, it becomes 55, right? And you can do that, but that's not the true pure way. The point I want to make with the 42 is if you write out 10, it also has that Gematria of 42, and that's a huge number writing on this game, and it seems to be the number that now belongs to Patrick Mahomes. By the way, Patrick Mahomes Jr., the talk of the town, look at his Gematria, 99, like how this is the 99th NFL season. Anyway, just wanted to make that point about 49ers and 55 and 10. I think Tyreek Hill for the Chiefs can have a big game if you're a fantasy guy. The game's 206 days after his birthday. Remember, all these numbers relate to God. 206 is pretty much like 26, 55, 10. Jimmy G with a win could become 9-1, the 13th triangular number. I don't expect that to happen. He could also become 8-2, like how Vesica Pisces is 82. Patrick Mahomes, if you leave off the junior part, also 82. Good numbers for this year. Vesica Pisces is 82 in that cipher. Also 53. So I think it makes sense for him to become 8-2 facing this quarterback. Mahomes can become 2-1 or 3-0. The game comes 40 days or a span of 41 days before Jimmy G's 27th birthday, 13th prime. The game comes 6 days after Mahomes' 23rd birthday or a span of 7. For the head coaches, Shanahan, the coach of the 49ers, this will be his 19th game. I got to come back up here. Something I was supposed to cover. We need to keep in mind this date numerology for all of the Sunday games. 70, 43, 25, 50, 32. Football 43, the 14th prime. As we go through and see numbers that correspond with the date numerology, that's always important. So anyway, Shanahan, this is going to be his 19th game. He can become 8-11 or 7-12. This will be Andy Reid's 307th game, the 63rd prime, and he can pick up his 186th win or 121st loss. The thing about the 121st loss is the 49ers play on the 121st parallel. Their stadium's outside of San Francisco. San Francisco's on the 122nd. Their stadium's on the 121st. Revelation numbers. Revelation 49 and 121. With Kansas City, this will be their 83rd game. Big football number. And I mean with Andy Reid. With Andy Reid, this is going to be his 83rd game with Kansas City. 83, the 23rd prime. His star QB just turned 23 years old. He can pick up his 56th win or his 28th loss. He comes in with 55 wins with Kansas City. Big number on the game. This game comes 82 days before Shanahan's 39th birthday, span of 83 days. Jimmy G could fall to 8-2. This game comes 188 days from Reid's birthday, span of 189 days. I like the Chiefs. Raiders, Dolphins. Miami's a 3-point favorite. They're at home. The over-under's at 44. Miami Dolphins has Gematria of 70 date numerology. This will be the 35th regular season game between the two teams and the 39th all-time. John has the Gematria 39, as in John Gruden. The Raiders lead the regular season 17-16-1 and the playoffs 3-1. With the Miami loss, the Raiders would fall to 17-17 in their 59th season. 59, the 17th prime, Freemasonry 59, modern Freemasonry began in 1717. With a Miami loss, they would stay on 16 wins in their 53rd season. It's the Dolphins' 53rd season. Just them and the Falcons in their 53rd season. 53, the 16th prime. For the quarterbacks, this will be Derek Carr's 65th game. He can earn his 29th win or 36th loss. Miami equals 36. Could get his 36th loss against Miami. On the road, Carr can pick up his 13th win or 21st loss. This will be his 33rd road game. Derek Carr is 1-1 against the Dolphins. For Ryan Tannehill, this will be his 80th game, and he can pick up his 40th win or 41st loss. Carr equals 40. Fitting QB opponent to get his 40th win against. This will be Tannehill's 41st home game. Home equals 41. Tannehill 41. Dolphins can start out 3-0. He can pick up his 24th win or 18th loss. With his 24th win, he would stay on 17 losses against the Raiders in their 59th season. Tannehill is 2-0 against the Raiders. To date, he could become 3-0 in Week 3. The game comes 58 days after Ryan Tannehill's 30th birthday or a span of 59 days. Ryan 58, 59, the 17th prime. The game comes 179 days after Carr's 27th birthday. 179, the 41st prime. Ryan Tannehill 41. As for the head coaches, this will be Adam Gase's 35th game, Dolphins coach. He can improve to 19 wins or get his 17th loss. There's a 17, but more 17 stack in favor of the Dolphins. This will be Gruden's 179th career game, the 41st prime. He can pick up his 96th win or his 84th loss. With Oakland, this will be his 67th game. The 19th prime number. By the way, this Sunday is 19 weeks until the Super Bowl. He can pick up his 39th win or his 29th loss. Next week, September 30th, he plays the Browns, 9 plus 30, 39. I'm thinking that's the day John Gruden's going to get it. Might have to start off 0-3. The game comes a span of 179 days from Adam Gase's 40th birthday. Again, that's the 41st prime, 41 the 13th prime. The game comes 37 days after Gruden's 55th birthday, or a span of 38 days. Gruden right now is on 38 career wins with the Raiders. Raiders equals 38. They're playing Florida and the Dolphins. Technically it's Miami, but Florida and Dolphins both 38. So I do like the Dolphins, and I like a score around 38 points, which would be the under. Bills-Vikings. The Vikings are a 16.5-point favorite. They have to win by 17 to cover. The over-under's 41. Now, I don't expect the Bills to win this game, but if they did, the riddle would have to be with the record. If the Vikings lost this game, which is not in the cards if you ask me, they would fall to 1-1-1. New York, 1-11, the Bills from New York. That said, that's the only prayer the Bills have. Head-to-head, this will be the 14th game between both teams. It's a 43 date, 43 the 14th prime. The Vikings lead 8-5 and will improve to 9-5 likely. The QB, Kirk Cousins, this will be his 61st career game. That's the 18th prime. Bills equals 18. He can get his 18th win at home. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings win by 18 or more, covering the spread. He can improve to 27-31-2. He can improve that record to 28-31-2. At home, he can improve from 17-13 to 18-13. Again, 61 the 18th prime, Bills 18. Cousins is 1-0 against the Bills to date. Josh Allen, as a rookie, is 0-1. This will be his second career game. The game comes 35 days, or a span of 36, after Cousins' 30th birthday. Buffalo has Gematria at 36, so does Bills. The game comes 125 days after Josh Allen's 26th birthday, a span of 126 days. Buffalo equals 126. That's another prayer the Bills have, that this is going to be some miraculous breakout game and Josh Allen's going to become the new young sensation of the league too. But I don't think so. They like to humiliate the Bills, and that's what's most likely. This will be Mike Zimmer's 67th game, the head coach of the Vikings. He can... 67 is the 19th prime. He's facing the coach McDermott for the Bills, who will be in his 19th game. Zimmer can also pick up his 41st win, the 13th prime. We know how 13 and 99 go together. This game comes 110 days after Mike Zimmer's 62nd birthday. With regards to 110, Minnesota equals 110. It also comes a span of 111 days from his birthday. New York 111. McDermott's also 111. And, it would be the biggest surprise of the week if the Bills beat the Vikings. And it would probably be the game where, Vegas won the most money. But it's just too ridiculous. I mean, the Vikings are one of the top teams in the NFL. The Bills are the biggest joke of the NFL right now. So, that'll be the game that left everybody's scratching their heads. You know what I mean? I keep getting phone calls from the 369 area code all day, and every time I pick them up, there's just nobody that talks, and they just sit there, and I keep blocking the numbers, and they keep calling back on a new 369 number. I want to know who's in that area code. So anyway, like the Vikings in this one, could see the Vikings covering the spread in light of the 61-18 ritual. Remember, we liked Kirk Cousins to pick up his 59th win and 17th home win at the beginning of the season, giving Jimmy G his first loss, making him 7-1. That prime number ritual was intact. Now here's a game that has me really torn. This game's a push to me, but let's just go through it. The Eagles are a 6.5-point favorite. Andrew equals 65, as in Andrew Luck. The over-under at 48. Frank Reich, the head coach of the Colts, came over from the Eagles last year. And if the Colts win this game, you can just already know what the analysts are going to be saying. Well, they had Frank Reich, and he was like a Philadelphia insider, and he coached Carson Wentz, and he knew his tendencies. All the BS they'll give you, making it seem like these games aren't rigged when we know they are. Anyhow, Carson Wentz returns for this game on the day leaving 99 days left in the year, a span of 99 days from his 26th birthday, the flag number. Again, September 23rd, 23/9, the flag sewn in Philadelphia at 239 Arch Street. Last week we picked Tampa Bay to beat Nick Foles 239 days after his birthday. We saw how the ritual went with the flag, but in favor of the Bucs, who have a flag logo. In the case of the Colts, don't forget that last year Mike Pence was at the Colts 49ers game, and he walked out of that game because of the protesters of the flag, and the final score, the Colts won with 26 points. Mike Pence is from Indianapolis. So, interesting how this big flag ritual comes together with these two teams that were used in the biggest flag rituals of last season. Colts and the Patriots also have that connection through Robert Kraft. Patriots with the flag on the side of their helmet. So, what's going to happen here? Let's look. This will be the 19th game between the Colts and Eagles. Flag has Gematria of 19. Last week, that's how we picked Tampa Bay, because the 19 ritual was with Tampa. The Colts lead 10-8 to date. The Colts can pick up the 11th win in their 66 season. 66 is the 11th triangular number. Luck equals 11. Empire equals 66. NFL 66. Colts equals 66, by the way. It could also go in favor of the Eagles, and then it would be 10-9. 10-9 is like 109, the 29th prime football number. Andrew Luck just turned 29 years old. Carson Wentz to date is 18-11. He can pick up his 19th win in the 19th game between these two teams. Flag has the Gematria of 19. At home, Wentz is 12-2, meaning he can improve to 13-2 or fall to 12-3. Now, both are interesting because I don't know which way they're going to go with the riddle. United States of America has Gematria of 132, like 13-2. Indianapolis has Gematria of 123, like 12-3. Wentz has never played the Colts. This will be Luck's 79th game. He can pick up his 48th win or 32nd loss. America 32, established on a date with 32 numerology. On the road, Luck can pick up his 22nd win or 20th loss. That means if he wins, he stays on 19 losses. You see? On the road. 79 is the 22nd prime number. It's his 79th career game. 79 being the 22nd prime corresponds with Eagles equaling 22. To date, Luck is 0-1 against the Eagles. He could fall to 0-2 or become 1-1, which is a lot like 11. This game comes 14 days after Andrew Luck's 29th birthday, or a span of 15 days. Colts equals 15. Game comes 98 days from Wentz's 26th birthday, or a span of 99 days. Remember, the Eagles just won the Super Bowl concluding the 98th season. All of their championships pre-Super Bowl era are all connected to 98. So, it's really tight here. The coach of the Colts, the new coach came up from the Eagles, he's 1-1. Doug Peterson is 21-13, the coach of the Eagles. He could pick up his 22nd win or loss number 14. Comes on a date with 43 numerology, the 14th prime. Remember, the game's 14 days after Luck's birthday, 43, the 14th prime, football 43. This game comes 72 days before Frank Reich's 57th birthday, or a span of 73 days. By the way, Reich has that Gematria of 43 date numerology. This game comes 32 weeks after the hiring of Frank Reich, which is February 11th. Talked about that the day he was hired. Andrew Luck, 112, Super Bowl 112. That date can be written 11/2, like 112. Luck was put on the IR last season on November 2nd. So was the quarterback for Houston. Houston equals 112. Andrew Luck's father played for the Houston Oilers. This game also comes 33 weeks after the Super Bowl. So, risky game. Eagles are a big favorite. If you want to take the risky bet, the Colts would pay out nice. But that one's really close to call, If the Eagles lose, Got to think about the symbolism of that, losing on the day that has everything to do with the flag in Philadelphia. Packers, Redskins. So, Green Bay's a 3-point favorite, even though the game's in Washington. The over-under's at 46. Remember, this is the Alex Smith tribute week. 49ers and Chiefs, his old team's playing. Smith versus Rodgers. And amazingly, they've now played the exact same amount of career games. You know, Smith missed a whole season. Rodgers got to train behind Favre, sit on the bench longer. Smith got thrown in right away. But they're right at the exact same amount of career games now. 2 parallel careers here. So September 23rd, again, the day leaving 99 days left in the year. Redskins equals 99. Alex Smith is in his 13th playing season because he missed a year, 13-99. They signed Adrian Peterson, who came in with 99 career touchdowns, had a big week 1. Packers, this is their 98th season, but they were established in 1919, 99 years ago. This will be the 34th regular season matchup and the 37th all-time between the two teams. Both Smith and Rodgers are 34 years old. The Super Bowl's on the 34th day of the year. The Packers lead the regular season 18-14-1. That means the Packers could pick up their 19th win. You know, that's the big flag number. This date has a lot to do with the flag. They'd also stay on 14 losses, 43 the 14th prime, 43 date numerology. The Packers lead 20-15-1 all-time, counting the playoffs. They last played each other 96 weeks ago. The Redskins won that game with 42 points. The divisors of 42 summed to 96. Big Freemason numbers. Alex equals 42. Smith 24. Smith wasn't on the team then, but it's all part of a connected and planned ritual. This will be Rodgers' 161st game. He's playing for his 105th win or 56th loss. Washington, D.C. equals 56. Huge number in D.C. This week also began on a date with 56 numerology on Thursday Night Football. Rodgers on the road is playing for his 44th win or 40th loss. With a loss, he would stay on 43 wins. Again, 43-day numerology. As for Alex Smith, also his 161st career game, he is playing for his 92nd win or his 69th loss. Smith has the Gematria 69. At home, Smith is playing for his 52nd win or 29th loss. And see, that 52 is huge for me on September 23rd. 23/9, 239, the 52nd prime. Prime numbers usually come through. Not always, but usually. More often than not. To date, Rodgers is 1-2 against the Redskins and then can prove to 2-2 or fall to 1-3, which is a bit like 13, which connects to 99. To date, Smith is 1-3 against Rodgers and then can prove to 2-3 or fall to 1-4. 1-4 is like 14, that 43-date numerology. This game comes 139 days after Smith's 34th birthday, 139 the 34th prime. Green Bay equals 139. This game comes 70 days before Rodgers' birthday, or a span of 71 days. The date does have 70 numerology. This will be Jay Gruden's 67th game coached for the Redskins. He can get his 30th win or 37th loss. This will be Mike McCarthy's 195th game. He is looking for his 123rd win or 71st loss. He can stay on 70 career losses on a date with 70 numerology if he wins. The game is 29 weeks after Jay Gruden's 51st birthday. The game is 48 days before Mike McCarthy's 55th birthday, or a span of 49 days. Washington equals 49. This one's really close, but I think in light of the scripting having so much to do with Alex Smith for the week and that 52nd career win at home, I think it's going to happen. I think Smith will win. This is another game where if I'm trying to pick a parlay of games I'm really comfortable with, I'm not including this game on the thing, but hey, if I got money to spare and I like to beat the spread, I'm going with the Redskins in this one. Bengals, Panthers. So, again, we talked about this game after Thursday Night Football last week. It's a battle of the cats. We had the riddle with the shooting in Jacksonville. David Katz, the 24-year-old. He was from Baltimore, Maryland. The Bengals have begun this season by beating the Colts and Baltimore. Used to be the Baltimore Colts with the same score, 34-23, 34 years after the Colts left Baltimore. So, some big riddle here. Carolina is a 3-point favorite at home. The over-under's at 43.5, 43 date numerology. 43, the 14th prime. Dalton wears 14. This game, it could be a shootout. Carolina Panthers have the Gematria of 96. Cincinnati equals 96. The season began on September 6th. There was the bank robbery in Cincinnati on September 6th. The divisors of 42 sum to 96. The over-under's at 43.5. Not sure about the over-under. This could be high scoring, or, it might come back to that 42 number just under the over-under. The game's usually real close to the projected over-under. This will be the 6th game between the two teams. They are tied 2 wins apiece with a tie. In Carolina, the Panthers lead 2-1 and could get their 3rd win at home in week 3, doing it over the Bengals, 33. The last time they played, they finished in a 37-37 tie, but that was in Cincinnati. That game was October 12th, 2014, 206 weeks earlier. With regards to it being the 6th game, 6 equals 26, like Newton as in Cam Newton. For the QBs, this will be Cam Newton's 118th game, and he's going for his 67th win, which is the 19th prime. Comes to the flag thing. Could also get his 51st loss against Cincinnati. Cincinnati equals 51. As for him being at home, home has the Gematria of 67. He could get his 67th win over Andy Dalton. Andy has the Gematria 19. At home, he is playing for his 39th win or his 22nd loss. Bengals have the Gematria 39. Could get his 39th win over the Bengals. Cam Newton is 0-1 against the Bengals to date, just that tie. With a win, he could become 1-0-1, like 101, the 26th prime. Panthers equals 101, Newton 26. I like that riddle a lot. This will be Andy Dalton's 115th game, and he's going for his 65th win or 49th loss. Panthers equals 115, Dalton's 115th game. With regards to the potential for the 65th win, Andrew does equal 65. Could always get that later, though. On the road, he can pick up his 30th win or 29th loss. Dalton is 0-1 against the Panthers. By the way, Andrew also equals 29, like football. The game comes 135 days after Cam Newton's 29th birthday, span of 136 days. Cam Newton equals 135. Special game here for Cam Newton in the Battle of the Cats. This game comes 36 days before Andy Dalton's 31st birthday. Cam Newton, 36. It's also a span of 37 days. Carolina, 37. For the coaches, this will be Ron Rivera's 115th game. He's the Panthers coach. He's going for his 66th win or 49th loss. Panthers equals 115. Cincinnati, 66. This will be Marvin Lewis's 243rd game. He is going for his 128th win or 113th loss. This game comes 37 weeks after Ron Rivera's 56th birthday. Carolina, 37. This game will also come on Marvin Lewis's 60th birthday. I do like Carolina in this game. A lot lines up for them. I think it stacks nicely. I think they give the Bengals their first loss of the season. Titans, Jaguars. 2 weeks. Oh, shoot. When I did this, they didn't have the spread up. You know what? Let's just take a moment and see if it's up now. That was something I was meaning to get. And it wasn't even up late yesterday. And 2 weeks in a row, they've been late to put out the spread. The last spread of the week, even though they have like the Sunday night and Monday night football charted out, they have the Titans game as the last spread up. And it makes me wonder what they're doing with that. Why is it so hard to get the Titans spread? And look at this. They still don't have a spread or over-under on that game. Huh. Something's up with that. So anyway, Jacksonville and Titans both have Gematria 43. It's a date with a 43 numerology. I expect to spread right around 43. This will be the 47th regular season game between the two teams and the 48th all time. Tennessee has the Gematria 47. Doug has the Gematria 47. The Titans lead the regular season 26-20 and the playoffs 1-0. For the QBs, this is Blake Bortles' 67th career game. Remember, this date has a lot to do with Flag. Flag's 26. If the Titans lost, they'd be stuck on 26. Blake Bortles' 67th career game, the 19th prime, another Flag number. And he is playing for his 26th win. So I like that. You know, I'm telling you, I like the Jags. That riddle's huge. At home, he can pick up his 18th win or his 17th loss. 17 is a Flag number, but the 26-19 thing, that weighs better. This will be Marcus Mariota's 46th career game, and he can pick up his 22nd win or 25th loss. On the road, he will pick up number 11. I didn't write that right. Win number 11 or 15th loss. And 47, the 15th prime, 47th regular season game. Bortles is 3-5 against the Titans. With a win, he will be 4-5. With a loss, 3-6. Mariota is 4-2 against the Jaguars. With a loss, he will be 4-3. Titans 43. Jacksonville 43. I like Mariota to lose. The game is 148 days after Blake Bortles' 26th birthday. He's 26 right now. It's also a span of 149 days, the 35th prime, QB 35. This game is 37 days or a span of 38 days before Mariota's 25th birthday. This will be Doug Marrone's 21st game. He is going for his 14th win or 8th loss. It's the coach of Jacksonville. 14th win on the 43 date, 43 the 14th prime. Mike Vrabel is 1-1. He can fall to 1-2 like 12, 37 the 12th prime. Lines up with QB and coach. This game comes 60 days after Marrone's 54th birthday. Tennessee Titans 54. This game comes 40 days after Mike Vrabel's 43rd birthday. So, like in Jacksonville, Broncos Ravens. I see a John Elway riddle here. John Elway was drafted by the Baltimore Colts, sent over to the Broncos. This will be the 12th regular season game and the 14th game all time between these two teams. 43 date numerology, the 14th prime. The Broncos lead the regular season 6-5 and an 0-2 in the playoffs. With a Ravens win, the series will be even at 6-6 in the regular season. Baltimore Ravens equals 66. The Ravens would also lead the Broncos 8-6 all-time, Broncos 86. Denver would trail 6-8 all-time, Denver 68. Joe Flacco comes into the game with 103 wins, Broncos equals 103. Forgot to finish writing that out there. Flacco comes in with 68 losses. If he wins, he stays at 68 losses, Denver 68. This will be his 172nd game, and he can improve to 104-68 or fall to 103-69. If he did lose, Broncos is 103 again. At home, he can pick up his 62nd win or his 20th loss. 62, the reflection of 26, Flag numbers. Flacco is 2-3 against the Broncos today. He can make it 3-3 at age 33. His next game will be his 173rd, something to keep in mind. Joe Flacco's 173. This will be Case Keenum's 43rd career game. That's the Broncos quarterback, 43 date numerology. He can earn his 24th win or 20th loss. On the road, he can pick up his 10th win or his 12th loss. 71's the 20th prime. Denver Broncos has the Gematria of 71. He is 2-1 against the Ravens today. He can fall to 2-2. The game comes 251 days or a span of 251 after Flacco's 33rd birthday. The game also comes 218 days after Keenum's birthday or a span of 219 days. This will be Harbaugh's 163rd game. 163 is the 38th prime. Colorado's the 38th state. Colorado equals 38. Ravens equals 38. He can get his 96th win or his 68th loss. Denver does equal 68. Baltimore Ravens 96. I think Baltimore winning over Denver is symbolic of John Elway, again from Baltimore, or drafted by the Baltimore Colts back in 83. By the way, Joe Flacco's full name, Joseph Vincent Flacco, 83. A lot of QBs got that 83 Gematria, the football number. Vance Joseph, the coach of the Broncos, this will be his 19th game. That is a flag number. He can get his 8th win. 19's the 8th prime. That is really interesting. Or he can get his 12th loss. The game comes 3 days after his 45th birthday. I like the Ravens because of what happens with the record, largely. The way that record lines up with the Ravens win is too much. Giants-Texans. This is another game that's really hard to call. If you listen to my radio show, everybody called in last night and thinks the Giants are going to be in the Super Bowl and they're going to win this game. But let me show you what I'm looking at. Houston's a 6-point favorite. The over-under's at 41.5. NYC 42. This will be the 5th game between the two teams. The Giants lead the series 3-1. If they win, they'll be 4-1, kind of like 41, where the over-under's at. To date, the Giants are 1-1 in Houston. With a loss, the Giants would fall to 3-2 all time. Houston equals 32. With a win, they could become 4-1 in Houston. 4-1 like 41, the 13th prime. Eli Manning born on January 3rd, 1-3. Just like David Tyree born on January 3rd, like number 13, Odell Beckham. Again, the day leaving 99 days left in the year, 13 and 99. The first time the Giants lost in Houston was the first time they played there, and it was a date with 37 numerology. That was November 24th, 2007. 37, the 12th prime. If the Giants lost, they'd be 1-2 in Houston, kind of like 12. The QB comparison. This will be Eli Manning's 229th career game, the 50th prime. He is playing for his 120th win or his 110th career loss. He is stuck on 119 wins to begin the 99th NFL season. 11-9, 11 times 9, 99. On the road, Eli can pick up his 60th win or his 58th loss. In the regular season, Eli Manning is stuck on 111 wins. New York 111. That means in the regular season, he could pick up his 112th win in Houston, where it's always a big number. Houston's 112. In the regular season, he can pick up his 53rd win or 56th loss. Eli Manning, 53. Saquon Barkley, 53. Vesica Pisces, 53. Lifetime Eli is 3-0 against Houston. He can improve to 4-0 or fall to 3-1. Houston has Gematria at 31-40, so that doesn't help us. As for Watson, he is 3-5 as an NFL starter and can improve to 4-5 or fall to 3-6. 3-6 makes sense against Manning because Manning's 36 forwards and backwards in the two reduction ciphers. O'Brien, the coach of Houston, his name's 36 forwards and backwards. At home, Watson's 2-1. He could improve to 3-1. Houston equals 31, makes things tricky. The game is 263 days after Eli's birthday, the 56th prime. When you write out 3 as a word, it equals 56. And remember, Eli could pick up his 56th loss in the regular season. 263 days after his birthday, the 56th prime. The game is 9 days after Watson's birthday or a span of 10 days. If you add up 1 through 9, it equals 45. If he wins, he can improve his record to 4-5. When you write out 13, it equals 45, like 99. This is the Texans' 17th season, Eli's 17. Anyone knows all the Eli Manning mental health commercials? Looks like he's getting ready for a career switch. They're advertising the hell out of Eli Manning and the mental health thing. This is O'Brien's 67th game, the Texans coach. He can pick up his 32nd win or 36th loss. Houston 31-32. Again, Manning and O'Brien got the 36th thing going on. This is Pat Shurmur's 36th career game, too. O'Brien get his 36th loss against Shermer in his 36th game. Shermer's currently 10-25. Means he could get his 26th loss on the day that has a lot to do with the flag. Still looking for his first win with the Giants. This game comes 30 days or a span of 31 days from O'Brien's 49th birthday. Houston has the 31 connection. This game comes 162 days or a span of 163 from Shermer's 53rd birthday. So, to me, this is another hard one to call. To me, this is a wait-and-see game. And this is going to tell a lot about the Giants season. If you listened to my radio program last night, a lot of people had a lot of awesome information about the Giants. Then again, a lot of them were from New York. So, to me, this game's a push. This is a wait-and-see game here. But, again, some of these narratives seem really strong for certain teams, and some of them are a little more dicey. So if you're a parlay guy, take those strong narratives and give me some feedback on if you guys like these really thorough breakdowns or if in the future you'd rather me just hit the main points and go through faster. But I'm trying to teach you guys and show you the way I look at this, and I'm hoping you're learning from where I'm right and where I'm wrong, because that's the way you always want to learn. And that's it for now. And very shortly, I'll come back with the later games in the day. There's just a few of those. And I got a new observation about the later games, pattern to watch for going forward. And then we'll get those primetime games. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.